What is going up, guys? This is the Flame Spot here, and we are back with another video. And of course, I don't know what's been going on through my head, but it is another unboxing. I swear I'm gonna post a lot more than just unboxing videos, but I haven't just, get in that craze recently. And there's just been a lot of things that I kind of wanted that just, mystery boxes that have come out. Oh yeah, not just a normal unboxing like I just said. This is a mystery box. And no, this is not from Warlord Games. I've still have just one more on the way. I'm expecting it to come probably within a week. We'll see about that, and we'll also see whenever it actually gets uploaded. Because it usually takes around 2 to 3 weeks to ship a product from Warlord Games Studio to where I am, since it has to fly between like 4 different countries in order to get to where I'm at. However, so it's not Warlord, but this is Mantic Games. Mantic Games offer quite a few things, including their medieval fantasy war game, which is a rank and flank game called Kings of War, and that's kind of what I am interested from their range. They also do quite a few sci-fi themed games, including something called Firefight, and they have I think Firefight is their skirmish mode of their large version of the game, which I don't really remember too much. However, yeah, it's pretty much like 40K a little bit, but like their own version, their own miniatures. So this is a mystery box. In fact, this is actually supposed to be 2 mystery boxes. I picked up 2 from the Warlord Games mystery box event. They are now sold out, and most of them were shipped around 2 months ago. However, there was problems with delivery and addresses and picking up and everything like that. And I finally just got mine today, more than 2 months after it pretty much was supposed to go out to everyone else. So that's why don't go looking on Mantic Games right now, because there's not going to be any more of these since they're all sold out and probably been opened up 2 months ago. Now, pretty much like I said, what I'm interested in are Kings of War. So this is a mystery box, which means it could have any of the range in it. Things that I'm hoping for. You can see my fingers, it's not paint, it's paint. I was priming some miniatures earlier today. So yeah, I still am painting, even though I keep on buying a lot more. So we'll have to give an update on that. But I did say that I have, this is a mystery box. There are 4 different mystery boxes that could be themed. They're not actually themed at all. They just said that there are 4 different unique boxes, so you could get 4 of them. I ended up getting 2, and they said that you're guaranteed to get 2 different mystery boxes. However, some of them might have the same items inside, so we'll have to see what's actually in these things. But what I was interested in was the game Kings of War. Now, Kings of War, pretty much I was wanting to get this box set for the longest time, and I actually ordered it on Mantic around a year ago, more than a year ago. But again, same delivery problems. I ended up just asking for a refund. Couldn't actually get to me. But this time, they had a mystery box, and I just said, you know what? I really want to see if I can get this fixed out with my delivery address with them. Getting it shipped to a different location than where I'm actually at. And then seeing if I can expand on anything. So particularly Kings of War, or use proxies for my Warhammer armies. So I'm thinking anything from their Firefight, or their normal large-scale game of that, could work probably as Gene Stealers of some sort, which I have a Gene Stealer army, which I am slowly painting up, which is why my hands are white, since they're base-coated white. But yeah, so I decided to also buy this starter kit. It just always, looks cool to me, especially just playing this in the ambush mode, which is like the small amount of units. So you can pretty much play this army versus this army just out of the box. There's not many orcs, so I can get that painted up pretty well. There's 80 skeletons, so that might take a little bit more time. But the thing that I really like about, Kings of War is that you can pretty much, make them look how you want on here. So it's a rank and flank, so you have large things, it's not like individual miniatures. And you can pretty much put them on their bases, and you can make large bases, not just individual small squares. And then have them in super dynamic poses, doing some cool things. I don't know, it just looked really cool, really creative to me, and also I feel like I might like this game. I don't think I'm going to get any people interested near me, unlike what I did with Warhammer, because I've gotten 4 people into that game very recently, and we've been using my place as a large get together pretty much for all of these games and like tutorials and such. But I don't think I'm going to get into Kings of War, so that's why I just have this small task. And maybe if I find someplace else whenever I move next to that actually has a local game store that does play this, then at least I'll be ready. Oh, look at that. Okay. So you can see a bunch of stuff in there. And the difference between Mantic Games and Warlord with their mystery boxes, and I saw this in one previous box thing from the past. I didn't look up any of the most recent mystery boxes since I wanted to be surprised with what I got. Oh geez, I'm just tearing this box apart. Is that they're not really kits that you're buying. You're buying like they just throw in a bunch of individual miniatures inside of here. So the other thing with Mantic is that they don't have build instructions. So it might be good, it might not be good in terms of, or like friendly to new players. And I certainly won't know what I'm getting since I don't know too much about these games. Oh geez, I'm just destroying everything right here. I guess we'll put this down like this and we'll open it up from the top. Here we go. So this is the first box. I don't know if it's going to have a theme or what, but we'll see what we have. I have a lot of bases, and it's actually not just bases. They're clear and they're miniatures in here. Looks like some speeders of some sort with some dudes. Let's see if we can find a face. See what these guys look like. Unless they look like robots. Oh, this might be one. Which really could be the case. I want to just open the bag. Oh, can't. It's actually sealed. No, that is just a console hub. I feel like I am blind and cannot see the clear objects. Oh, yeah, the faces, the faces are on a sprue. Alright, so it really looks like it's going to be like Space Marines-ish, but like bikes. I'm not sure. Like, again, I don't know the Mantic Games, you know, units, so please, I'm just going to compare this stuff to Warhammer, if I know it. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. All right, so we got some bikes. First off, we have, oh, these look like not Night Haunts. What are they called? This is from Mantic Games. These are part of the, oh, I was even reading up on their lore. But these are part of pretty much the demons that come out of like a rift in the ground. I feel like it's called Voidsborn or something like that. They look like giant things for that. All right, cool, we got that. These are hefty boys right here. Either orcs or ogres. These look like orcs. That's an orc face right there. Alright, so we got some orcs with axes. What is this? Oh, cool. We got like a rat. a giant mutant rat. That's nice right there. Nice. Alright, so I know that's also Kings of War. Or, there is a army and firefight that has rats. So it could be that, or it could be Kings of War. I don't know. This is a lot of flame, it looks like. There's a hand in there. I have no idea what this is. And a lot of these things, I probably won't be able to do my normal mystery box things where I show the price because it is hard to figure out the value whenever it comes into kits like this and not in boxes. So I think it's just going to be a general opening up. Looks like there's a bunch of flames, or like maybe that's rot and gore or something. I see like a maw right here. It's hard to figure that out. That looks pretty cool. It's going to be large. All right, we got a guy with gun. Looks like a short guy, some sort of dwarf with gun. He has like 2 guns. Maybe dwarf? He has a few guns. What's his face? Oh, no, that's an orc. Look at that. It's an orc with like 1 eye with a bunch of guns options. So maybe like a specialized commando or something. All right, these guys come with bases already. They are werewolves. Oh, this is like a kit. So this also could include things from their miniature from their board games. These are actually nice wolves. models. They could be definitely used for something else, because it's cool since there are more things in here. So I know they have like a D&D like game or something. It's called Dungeon Saga, and I'm pretty sure they have a bunch of miniatures in it. These could be from that, or they could be from something else. I don't know. But there's werewolves in here. These werewolves could definitely be used for other things, or for Conflict 47, I think. I think there's werewolves in that, in terms of my bolt action armies. And we have a cool, harpy as well. So these are actually be really good miniatures for D&D in general. So I'm actually very glad I got these. So maybe next time, if I run D&D, then I can have some miniatures that I can paint. And one of the things I'm really looking for actually is terrain, which I think this might be a giant bit of terrain right there. So I'm kind of happy. All right, we got some more big lads. This is a giant club right here. It's like it could be an ogre. And it really could be an ogre from like the, what is it, the Northern Alliance, I believe is what they're called. A frost giant, I think. Because that definitely looks like a giant to me. Or maybe not, since that's like one large thing and these are 3 slightly large things. I don't know, it's probably from the Northern Alliance, from Kings of War. Let's see, we got some more, maybe, yep, more voids, creatures, demons, void demons. They look super cool. I might proxy these for some pink horrors, actually, and blue horrors for 40k. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna very limit down demons, but doesn't mean I'm gonna have cool looking things. All right, here's the next one. Ooh. All right, some giant bat wings. Some skulls, faces. I don't know what this is, but this looks sick. Look, there's a horse, a death horse, pretty much. A bunch of bats. I feel like this has to be, like, I feel like this box is probably, like, void themed. Because I got, like, 2 things of infantry. This is definitely some sort of, like, demon character or rider thing. There's a giant spear right here. A bunch of thorns. Oh, there's, like, skulls and everywhere. And there's a bunch of bat wings. So it's, like, a vampires themed stuff. I'm not sure. Some more big guys. Oh, and they're definitely more Voidborn or something, because look at that face. I know this faction just came out as well, or at least they got a new range refresh or an ambush or set or something like that. But yeah, these are some more voids guys. So I think I got a very void heavy kit. And I know I've said void quite a lot now. I try to limit myself saying it. I still have a lot to go, so I'm gonna try to quickly go through this. This looks like a tank of some sort, or a vehicle. That's definitely a cannon on there, and a bunch of treads. Maybe I can use this. I've been trying to find like a proxy for an Achilles Ridge Runner for my Gene Stealer, so maybe I could proxy with this. It might not be large enough, but this is actually heavy. Like this chassis right here, this is heavy. That's impressive. All right, next thing. I got another one of those characters. You can see the horse right there. This one has a shield. I don't believe the other one did, but it might have. Oh, there's a person standing on a rock. Or it looks like a woman. Based on, yeah. It looks like it could be like the Trident realms, but I can almost guarantee you they don't ride around on horses. Maybe that's just like a little minion. Alright, we got another set of these ogres, or not ogres, but like giants. Maybe more of those frost giant guys from the Northern Alliance, but it looks like I got quite a few of these guys with big clubs. Alright, next thing. This is another orc. Alright. Just looks like an orc war boss or chieftain or character of some sort. Next guy. More orcs. Alright, some more orcs. I think it's probably the same kit, so I've gotten quite a few of those. Oh, I've got a singular. Unfortunately, his arm's broken, but it looks like it could be like a D&D thing. Like all of his appendages are like a bunch of fleshy wires that are like bound together like rope. That's pretty cool. Alright. I've got another special commando orc guy with a bunch of weapons. And here we have... These definitely look like scrapped together weapons, but these bodies are not orcish. I cannot see a face clearly, but they look like to be like some like cutthroats or backthroats, since they all have like super shambly knives. Alright, another orc commando guy. It looks like, oh, look at this. There's actually a miniature dude as well right next to it. A little grot, but this face right here, you can't really see it, but it looks like a orc commando's face. Pretty much exactly on the dot. Alright, we got some shields. We got a shield guy with some guns. Alright. We have some more of those cutthroats with a bunch of knives. More cutthroats with knives. I really don't know what these things are called, so forgive me for that. Let's see, this is an interesting model. It's a dwarf with a miniature tank. Looks like he's holding a remote control. Alright. Let's see what these guys are. These are more of those large voids butcher guys. They kind of look like aliens with their head. You know, the movie Aliens, just with melee weapons instead of, you know, their claws, teeth, and acid blood. More shield guys. More dwarfs with miniature tank, remote controlled miniature tank. Some terrain. This is just a wall. It looks like a barrier that has, yeah, it's just a barrier. Pretty cool to get some terrain. More terrain, the exact same barrier. Just got some loose bits. I'm not sure if they were in a bag that opened up, but it looks to be from that one bag that had a bunch of that fleshy or torn stuff that I had before. This is a body of something. This actually looks really nice. It's a lot of details on here. Yeah, hopefully we find the rest of that guy. This is another shield. Let's see. Looks like upgrades. There's no body in this one. Oh, that might be a body right there, but nothing too large. Kind of looks lizardy. We've got some more. I'd want to say orcs, but these weapons look a little bit more sophisticated. Nope, they're orcs. So we've got some more orcs with big weapons. Let's see, 2 pistols, or like a hand knife, a pistol dude right there. A guy with a cape standing on a bunch of ammo. Oh, this is an orc commando character right here, and he gets a cape. Ooh, that actually seems pretty nice right there. All right, we got a big box. There's a flag, some bodies. These definitely look more human. Definitely human. Some spears. And a dog of some sort. Looks like a hunting hound. There's a flag, so this might be easier to figure out what it is. Another barrier, so a third of the same barrier. Let's see. Another set of, or just dude. A bunch of weapons in there. Another dwarf with a remote control tank. An individual character. These heads are so small they just run around everywhere. It looks like just a space pirate, kind of. I have a sprue here. I am liking the looks of this sprue, just because it is on a sprue as well. It's skeletons, or undead at least. I'm assuming undead. Oh, they have like skeleton dogs. I really like these miniatures. These ones right here. They do look super skinny and thin, but I mean, they're super detailed for what they are. This guy's like popping, it can be popping out of the ground. I like this sprue. I wish I had a lot more of these sprues. Alright, and finally this giant last piece. I have no idea what it is. Well, that looks like a ship right there. This could be like a giant gunship actually, not terrain. Oh man, I am very curious what this is. Because that's a lot of pieces, but it's a lot of large winged shaped pieces, and I can see like a main frame or cockpit right there. So I'm gonna have to look into what this is. All right, that's a lot of stuff right now, and that's only half the box. You can kind of see to the side. So how am I gonna open up this other box? Does it like open up the other way? Like how this one did? Did I destroy the means of opening it up? Oh geez. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I kind of just brute forced this other half of the box open so that I can just go like that, just like it below. So most of the stuff on this right side, it looks like I had a lot of Kings of War stuff, and especially with ogres and those Night Haunt, Void Reapers, with a couple of other characters and some small unique bits with humans, a couple of guns, a couple of dwarfs. But now let's see what this kit gives me. So I'll put all the other stuff on the right side. So this looks to be way more terrain heavy, which I am super excited about. We just got some miscellaneous items, a crow, some cobwebs, brewing stand. Let's see. Got a sprue. Could be rats. Looks like chaos, kind of. I'm trying to see. Yeah, those are definitely rats. Look at those faces. Yeah, we got a bunch of rats. I wonder if they're celebrating yet another birthday bash. Some characters. Looks like could be more Dungeon Saga, or at least just D&D flavored characters. We have a blacksmith dwarf with 2 guns. A nice vampire or witch hunter, it kind of looks like, mixed with vampire. I don't know. That guy looks pretty cool. Your normal hero with a jagged sword, though. I'm just taking these out since they're in a bag. Goblin with 2 knives. A little bit of an assassin. A witch shooting probably some sort of warlock or something, because look at that back dress right there. That's like cobwebs. Shooting some sort of magic. And then finally a giant, I don't know if that's a rat or a lion, berserker with 2 axes. That's a chunky model right there. These are definitely going to be good for any sort of miniature D&D or just TTRPG in general to add to that. Alright, we got some miscellaneous beds. Always good to have a couple of beds for D&D stuff. Oh no! I dropped them. Barrels, along with a crate or a treasure chest. 4 barrels and I guess I can make a treasure chest. So definitely terrain and accessory focused. Keep on dropping stuff. A altar with some pews. And I'm assuming this looks like the lavatory or dormitory, whatever, the toilets and Chamber of Secrets, the little goblet type thing. But yeah, I can obviously see that this is an altar with pews. Some more barrels. I'm really loving this terrain right now. Ooh, these, I'm surprised these didn't break. I don't know if this is like a little house. There's 2 of them, or just like a shop stand. I think this is resin, or whatever it is. It's super heavy. A fountain, definitely. Yeah, a fountain. And then a dais, or an altar. So maybe someone's getting sacrificed up here. Great terrain, though. Alright, some more heroes. Pretty much looks like the same as the previous one. It is the exact same as the previous set of heroes. Alright, some more of these stands. Some more of these griblets, miscellaneous items. Same as before. Another altar, same as before. We got street lights, an umbrella stand, and a fancy chair. Alright. Another altar with pews, same as before. Some more of those miscellaneous gribbly bits, same as before. We got 2, oh look at that, we gotta love these demonic circles with a demon coming out of the center. That's actually good for D&D stuff. And this is super textury. I wonder if this is flat, since it really doesn't look flat. I don't think it is, but very well designed. I wonder whenever I paint over it, or if I should just put a wash or something, if it will actually cover up that stuff. We'll see. We got some Kings of War, definitely, since that is medieval stuff. What are these guys? Got a crossbow, spears, some guns. Oh, might be more orcs. Heavy on the orcs. Yep, that looks like an orc. Or this could be an ogre set, actually. That looked like an ogre. So, maybe some ogres. Potion brewing stand. Potion cellar. That's nice. More miscellaneous bits. A wishing warp well. Oh, it's a portal. It's a portal. Okay. And of course, what's one portal without a second portal? And a third portal. You gotta choose which one you go to. A pile of golden treasure and loot. Look at that. Gotta love it. Okay. 7 small pieces. Well, I've got a lot of 7 small pieces, so that's another one, and another one, and some more barrels. Another portal. There's a lot of repetitive in this, so that's it, but it's alright. We got a wet floor sign. Yeah! It's probably the best thing that I've gotten so far. It's an actual wet floor sign. I'm gonna display that. That's gonna be the first thing I probably paint out of all of this stuff. Some more ogres. These are definitely ogres, which is good since I already have ogres. I can just continue to expand on those ogres. This is a large miniature. Oh, because it's a monument. There we go. Maybe a minecart, monument, a TARDIS. All right, interesting. Those all very much seem different in theme. More hero miniatures. Got a dwarf. Looks like a tiefling with a spear, a vampire rat, another vampire rat but smaller, a bunch of rats but smaller, and an int, or like a tree, living tree person. Along with, of course, an elf with a bow. Oh, we still got like a lot more to go. Alright, a third set of these heroes from the first set. That's a torn banner with a skeleton on it. That's just cool in general. There's a horse, skeleton horse, so probably some sort of banner, skeleton, horse lord, maybe for Kings of War for my skeleton army. Maybe not, I'm not sure. 2 more sets of barrels. We're going to have a lot of barrels. Another portal. Let's see, some more of those 7 miscellaneous bits. More 7 miscellaneous bits. More barrels. It's definitely going faster, since it's easier to see what these things are. More ogres. Yeah. Let's see, what is this? Oh, these are the knife stabby boys with guns that I had in the previous set. Same, 2 sets of that. Looks kind of like Medusa, kind of, but more tree-ish. Oh, that's definitely tentacles beneath her. So, like a Medusa, pretty much. Except Medusa's on her head. You know what I mean. A flying gargoyle with power armor. A mummy. These are all smaller, so I don't know if I'll be able to use them for other things. These are larger things, so we just got a tortured rack, of course. Gotta love it. A chaos dwarf with magic. Could be a character. It's on a large base though, so I don't know how that'll fare to the other things, but it might. Another set of things. Another demonic circle. Another set of miscellaneous bits. Ooh, I was going to say another set, but this is not. This is a bunch of arms. Can't really tell what that is. Alright, we only have a few things left. One of them is whoever this guy is. Dude sporting a gun, futuristic king, giant cape, power armor, hidden blade thing. That's interesting. More miscellaneous bits. This looks like a cart. Oh, it's a forklift. I got a forklift. All right, you know, this is also a great find right there. Of course, I love my forklift. Chamber, looks like some desks, chairs, potted plant. Just looks like an office. This is pretty much office materials. More miscellaneous bits. Kind of looks like Blood Bowl a little bit. This guy's wearing a helmet, and he's not holding any weapons, so it really does look like Blood Bowl. Orc. More barrels, more barrels. I have so many barrels, and guess what? So many miscellaneous bits. I will not be wanting for any things like that. For more miscellaneous bits. And some sort of character with a bunch of knives. Another character of the same kind with a bunch of knives. And finally, 2 last demon portals. Oh my gosh, I have so much of the same stuff. Now, here we go. You can see both boxes are pretty much, well, not pretty much, they are empty. Oh, just trust me, the other one's empty. Oh man, I have a lot of plastic. Do I regret getting these? Kind of, actually. That is so much stuff. I did not expect there to be this much. We have one side which is predominantly King of War things, and then the other side is predominantly terrain. Now, I really actually would have preferred to just get like one of each of these kits that I got so many of. Maybe like 2 or 3 of the barrel sets, since you can always use barrels. Maybe 2 of these rituals. But like, I really liked all of the terrain I got. So this pile of gold, this altar with fountain, even like the modern bits. So a food, I don't even know what that is. It's definitely broken though. Yeah, definitely broken. This monument, TARDIS, other things. The portals, I can see getting behind like 2 or maybe even 4. I guess if you put in a room and give it like a puzzle, you have to pick the right portal or else you like come out the other ones, or one of the random ones. One set of these heroes would have been nice, but I got like 3 of them. I just got a whole lot of extra things. I might actually put a counter on how many of these little, you know, miscellaneous bits that I got, because it was so ridiculous of how many of the same 7-bit miscellaneous bits that I kept on getting. I do appreciate all this terrain, and I definitely will use it. Maybe no time soon. I don't have a D&D group right now, but you can just look in here and see all the brown, which is all the barrels that I constantly got a bunch of stuff on. I am appreciating all the ogres, since I have ogre force already. I probably now have a full ogre army, since they're all super elite, and I know it costs a lot of points, so I guess that's good that I got that. But so many duplicates. I don't know if I could recommend this to other people in the future. I guess if you just want a lot of pieces and a lot of things to work on, like, even if I had nothing else, this would take me multiple years to even assemble. I was doing really good. I was looking at my closet. I was like, ooh, I've actually, you know, assembled and started painting a lot of things, and I assembled almost everything. Oh, I'm getting rid of my pile of shame for this year, and now I just probably tripled it with all the stuff that I got here. It's hard to figure out which of these things that I might build, which I might just, you know, sell in a botch set on like eBay or something. Who knows? I might even just keep them all and forever in my closet. We'll have to see. But like I said during the actual video, my highlights are definitely the forklift and the wet floor caution sign. So that'll have to be my favorite. In actual reality, I really want to see what this giant space vehicle is, since I'm sure it's a plane of some sort. Maybe I might build that one. That might be cool. I'm glad for all of the ogres, and I'm glad for half the terrain I probably got, but everything else I'm probably not going to keep, or it's just going to sit in a pile. I also must say I do like the spree though. Well, you can see I got all of this plastic, plus now this from Mantic Games. So I've got a lot of more work to do. I guess this is I better get to it. So this is gonna wrap up the video. And this is the Flame Spot, signing out.